Do you know what I like to do when I finally complete a set? I like to look at some baseball cards, and I like to share it with you. So I got the last two cards and finally finished my 1938 Gaudy set. I'm very excited about it. These last two cards showed up today. I'll show you those first, and then I want to show you some other cards and give you a little more information. So first, I got the Mungo here. I've just always loved this set from the first time I ever laid eyes on it as a kid. And I got the Vernon Kennedy. Now, this is a 24 card set. The first 12 cards are without the cartoons. And the second 12 cards are the same players with the cartoons. Now, this is a unique set in that it was intended to be a continuation of Gaudy's 1933 set. And so all of these numbers are high numbers because they started these cards where 33 Gaudy left off. And so you might think there were a lot of cards in this set if you weren't familiar with it, but there's actually only 24. It has a few hot rookies in it, like Bob Feller and Bobby Dewar. And this guy, who many of you may not have heard of, but he was a top slugger of this time, and that's Rudy York. And he came up with the Tigers, and he was a first baseman. And of course, the Tigers had this guy here, Hank Greenberg, at first base. And so they had to try to make room for him somewhere. So they moved him to other positions. He played a little third base, played a little outfield, and they tried to turn him into a catcher. And in his rookie season in 1937, he broke Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig's record by hitting 18 home runs in 1 month. He did that in August. Now, in 1940, they wanted to make room for him. He wasn't the best defensive catcher, and they wanted his bat in there. So they moved Hank Greenberg to the outfield to make room for his bat so they could have both their bats in the lineup and put him at first base, Mr. York here. And that year, man, they came in first and second in RBIs, first and second in doubles, and first and third in home runs, and went to the World Series. They lost to the Cincinnati Reds. In 1943, Rudy York led the American League in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, and total bases. And he did finally win a World Series in 1945. It's a great card. Here is my precious Joe DiMaggio. When I finally got this card, I couldn't believe I was holding it. From the early days when I first started on YouTube, I always would say when I was asked, a dream card that I really wanted, I would always say this card and the 33 DeLong Lou Gehrig. And I said that for years. And I finally got both of them. And I look at this card all the time. I have both versions of the Jimmy Fox. This is a great Charlie Gehringer. This one I got recently, I showed you already. but if you didn't see it, you can see it now. This is a tough one. Ducky Medwick. The last Triple Crown winner in the National League. That was a long time ago. Ernie Lombardi. You don't see too many catchers winning batting titles. I think he won 2 batting titles and an MVP. Al Lopez. Great card. Bill Werber. Man, I just love these cards. Don't you call them oddball. Here is Joe Vosmick. And I got this from my man Mike. He hooked me up over at Jayhawker Vintage Cards. And it's a beauty. Thanks again, Mike, for helping me complete this set. This is Frank Demery. This is Zeke Benora. Bump Hadley, one of the great names. Oops. Here is Joe Cool, one of the great names too. Joe Cool, come on. And I actually have, oh no, that's a different one. That's a different one. Coming up, this is Julius Salters. I have a cold. I'm getting over a cold, and you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm having trouble getting words out of my mouth, which is unusual for me. Dick Bartell. And I have both versions of this one. So I have both versions of the Jimmy Fox and the Dick Bartell. Those are the only two. So it'd take me a while to do both versions of every card. Frank Pitlack. Three more here. We got Marvin Owen. Come on, man. How can you not like these cards? They're so cool looking. Pete Fox. And Rip Radcliffe. And I just want to ask you guys who grade. This new one I got, this Vernon Kennedy. Now I got this because it was the nicest one I could find. It's a really great copy of this card. And a lot of them are faded, not in good condition. So I didn't get it for the holder. I just got it because it was a good price and it was the best one I could find. But I think I'm going to crack it out of here because they put this stupid baggie on it. And at an angle, like I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but when I was looking at it, it's all, man, this baggie. I don't know, it just looks like a stupid baggie. For those of you who grade, do you really pay a company money to do that to your cards? And why? Why would you pay a company to put a card in a baggie like this? I mean, look at the difference in clarity. And this baggie, like the light shines off of it every time it's not perfectly straight. The camera's not picking that up, but you pay a company to do that? It's all kind of PSA holders with baggies. The old days, everything used to float around in there. Got stamps floating around. The Colgan's chips turn upside down. And you got the oversized cards and the slab's this big and it's in a baggie, caddy corner or up against one side. And people pay good money for that. Never understood it, but all right, that's what I have for you. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I got to go.